So I've got another this happened then this happened video coming. It's about my time in Provence. Check out the chapters feature in YouTube and skip ahead to whatever interests you. That there was a few little mini adventures from the wheelchair and so on until I made it to the gliding club where I am right now. On the 17th of July, Alina and I left Spain, Valencia, for our first holiday together. We'd spend 2 weeks in Provence and then she'd go to Romania and I would hang around and do some gliding. Yeah, nice flight across the Gulf of Lyon, passing Marseille, and we'd booked a bus. The bus driver was really upset and apologetic about the lift not working, but he got it working after I got on the bus anyway. But I was actually keen to give this a go. And yeah, the Velcro solution with the cushion wasn't ideal because it tended to slip around a bit, but we managed. And Alina liked Digne. The next day, Chris and Elisabet came to visit and we went for a hike under the Coop Bridge and then for a swim. Yeah, I can't reach him.
No, you got it. I'll get your ass up there. How's that? Good.
And back to Digne for a good feed. On the next day we biked in from the hotel. Jean-Yves talked about some climbing he'd done back in the day at Clou de Barles before we set off. I had to make sure my horse was well rested for the long journey. We got the return trip done on a single battery, even though we didn't recharge after 12 k's in Digne. So I had the idea of coming up here before we went to the supermarket where there's a beautiful photo on the wall, and I said we said, "Where's that?" And they said, "Oh, you'll never get there, you need a car. You need a car." Did we take their advice, Alina?
Nick doesn't take advice.
You're going so fast.
Oh,
Oh, good swimming holes. Oh, that's a bit steep. Oh, it's hard work.
no, you were kidding me. Okay.
So there's the Clou de Barles, but we had to rush back a bit because we had a bus to Aix that evening. Here's the paparazzi. No, I can't stop. It's too hot for my hands. But we can stop after the tunnel. Alright, into the darkness. Alina was just saying that she really enjoyed this ride, although sometimes I give her heart attacks.
Okay.
Yep. Nice place to work. This is a side creek, this doesn't count. But the bridge is here. So it was a really good day out, and we got back in time to catch the bus to Aix. We visited Marseille to catch up with Alina's friend Fred and visited the calanques. This was the main obstacle when we visited Chris and Elisabet and Sarah the next week.
That's alright.
It really is a disability not being able to go upstairs, so I watched a YouTube video and I got real keen to try some stuff out. I somehow did it at my rehab, but I can't really exactly remember how to do it. It was somehow angling my way up, but yeah, with handrails. But we found this hanging thing.
Not really. No. Did you like my hair?
Oh, cool. Awesome. My technique for this has been evolving a bit as well.
Oh, good.
It was nice to get a bit of freewheel action in the sort of bowl above Saint-Genis. And yeah, went up here by myself and back down, all the way down to the road down in the valley, which is good. Got a few photos on the way and a nice view of the gorge down below. So just after midday, and Chris is planning to motor up to 1800 metres on that ridge behind us, just behind there, behind us. So Chris has got a special spot off to the side where he can just scoot around and take off whenever he's ready, because he has his own motor. He doesn't have to wait for the tow plane. And that ridge in the back there off his left wingtip is the one he often goes to, not this time, but that's 4.5 k's away. So unlike Le Montecare, where you can get to lift in 1 or 2 k's depending on which side you go, it's quite a way. It's quite an open basin, and you do have to wait quite a long time for the tow plane. There he goes. So Chris is climbing out there above the skyline, and there's a couple of other gliders in a climb, and I think there's some paragliders around as well. On the Asp Ridge I can see at least 2. So there goes the Dynamic, the tow plane. They're pretty quiet, but they're still noisier than a winch. Yeah, this has reinforced my love of winching. If you're towing, you're having to wait almost 10 minutes between tows, so if there's a bunch of gliders in front of you, you better make sure you get up, otherwise it's going to be another wait till you get going again. And if you've got your own engine, they're just so unreliable, and if they come out and they don't work, you're in a dangerous situation with a terrible glide. And mostly you just don't get practice at low scratching. You are forced to do it with a winch, and it makes you a better pilot. It's just about to get up from my hammock, and I see Chris is already packing up. He's landed. So I guess there's too much high cloud up there, because it doesn't look like it's stormy yet. In one go we hitched from the airfield to our hotel at Aix-en-Provence. So the wheelchair always likes to steer downhill, and this is my version of having fun in a wheelchair.
I have a very, very, very normal boyfriend.
It was also pretty handy to put that cushion on the top of a couple of steps, transfer onto it, and then pull my wheelchair up and get back on the wheelchair.
Let's see if you will end up in any ditch.
So yet another night in Aix-en-Provence, which is kind of a clean, tidy French version of Marseille, where we went to for Alina's birthday. The end. I guess I'll finish at the gliding club and show a bit of footage from the last week. It's been great catching up with the guys here, and it was fun getting here too, by myself on the bus. But first we'll go back to Marseille, and we didn't steal any art from any galleries, but we did a bit of a heist from the museum. Apparently you're not supposed to take footage, so here is the secret way to make pasta.
Taught you how to make amazing pasta.
Yeah, but maybe Mum is forgetting things in her old age. She needs to know how to make pasta. You gonna crack some eggs in there? So you don't need a bowl, Mum. Save on doing dishes. There you go. You can just do it straight on Mum's bench. Much better, more ecological, less dishes. Everyone wins. What's this? Bit of salt?
And then if you have
I hope that's vegan salt. Oh.
well, we have a airfield, so it doesn't.
Oh, yep. Make sure your hands are washed. In case Alina washes. In case she sees it. There you go. Oh. Like that. No spoons, less washing up. Good. We are in the museum that says how to eat. It's all about Mediterranean diet. So I was really happy with sorting out how to take everything on my own on the wheelchair. I've got the hand drive kit, which I still haven't used. Unfortunately, the car here at the Gliding Club is a manual transmission. That's tucked under the seat in the cardboard box, and the tyres would have stopped the freewheel falling off all the time, which is a pain. I've got the expensive cushion, which I've been using gliding, attached to my bum bag, and I did actually load up with some more shopping in that middle bag on the way to the bus station. Just had enough time. And no booking, they let me on anyway. So I changed its sister on, and the next minivan there was only one other person. So it's been a windy season at La Motte-Care, but that was a bit of a chance to have a go in the wave. And yeah, I'm getting myself out of the tent, no worries, which is awesome. My expensive cushion is a glider seat during the day and a pillow during the night. There's been some more unconventional transfers as well. They didn't want to get my wheelchair all the way down to the bumpy way to the southern end of the runway, so straight into the golf het. And here we are on Pic de Bourg. Bart took over here because we were just in the rotor before managing to get into the wave. Yeah, really educational flying. And yeah, Bart's probably the best instructor. Well, he is the best instructor I've had. A bit of a rotor cloud there. And behind us to the right is there where we were with Chris. Definitely can be a turbulent airfield in the Mistral, and we have to steer this way so the parachute doesn't get blown into the creek. So Bart set me up on his handbike. Pretty awesome idea. I'm going up the hill, well, gradual sort of valley towards Bayonne, but I'm pretty much stopping at every shady tree to have a rest. It's really nice just to sit here and listen to the river. And not much traffic on this road. Just had a bloke pull over and ask if I was fatigué. A bit of chance to practice my French. Yeah, nice little quiet little road. And I said I might go a bit faster on the way down in French. I think I'm happy to have made it this far. A guy on a motorbike topped up my water from that fountain. And beautiful spot. Bayonne. Hopla! Yesterday was the biggest cross country so far after a Roventa, like a 6-minute flight. We flew for over 6 hours, and it was my first go really getting properly over the top of the Écran, which was good. Yeah, there's really not a lot of snow up there. It's pretty bare, but yeah, there's still a few glaciers while they're left. So some nice wave clouds over the top. We didn't get into wave that day, but yeah, it was really nice to chill out. And later on we had a bit of a look at the smaller hills, but we still got a thermal like right next to the airfield after 7 p.m. for a last look around.